Hello folks, Templar here, and welcome to a special Let's Talk. Today we'll be talking about the year of 2014. Now, the 2014 of gaming has been what I call a bit of a, hit and miss year. Some have been great games, others have been crap, other things have been going good in medium, some have been going absolutely but diabolical. What do I mean by this? Well, let's dive in and find out. Pull up a chair, get some hot cocoa, and let's begin this mess with the beginning of the year. Beginning of the year, as you all know, was the new generation of consoles, the Xbox One and the PS4 come out, and they both haven't done that well, but they have sold a ton of consoles, which has been a good thing for them. But unfortunately, a lot of them didn't get the estimated projection sales they were hoping for. They were hoping for more people to jump ship, but they haven't. They've decided, well, since most of the games are coming out for older consoles, they figured, well, what is the point of jumping ship? And also for poor Xbox, they really had a bad start of the year because of, the whole mess from last year and all that. But I'm hoping that it was going to get better as the year gone by, and to Xbox credit, it has. And then from February to April, we had our first taste of two AAA games, being Watch Dogs and Titanfall. Now, I'm going to be honest about Titanfall. When it first came out, I'll be honest with you, I thought it was going to be good. We had mechs and everything, but when it came out, to me it was bare-boned. With a campaign that was pretty torturous and crap, and the whole thing was just bare-boned to the minimum. Now, I'll be honest, folks, now that I look at the game now, after nearly, so many months, it looks a lot better. And it makes me wonder, why was this not put in from the get-go, or half of it put in the get-go? And some of the DLCs to me was just, not worth my time. But hey, if people wanted to play it, it's their choice. And to me, I just felt like they were cheated. And as for Watch Dogs, well, as many of you will know, during November, during the initial launch of the consoles, it was hyped to the hilt with with the game coming out, being the next gen console gamer. But unfortunately, when it came out in April, I believe it was well, crap. It was just not the game that was so hyped and promised. But let's be honest, folks, this is Ubisoft, and they've had a very bad year. So I'll get to that a little bit later. But in my personal opinion, Watch Dogs, the reason why they waited as long, it wasn't the polish of the game. It was because GTA 5 was coming out that time frame, and then everybody knew GTA 5 was going to smash Watch Dogs to pieces. They knew it. If they come out and said, yeah, we did this because of GTA 5, then I think a lot of people would have accepted it, but it hasn't been that good, to be honest with you. I think the game could have been better, but what can you do? And then we head into June, where E3 showed up. Now, to be honest with you, E3 was the time where Xbox had to perform. They had to bring out their big guns. Nintendo, a lot of people didn't have much hope for them. And as for Sony, well, a lot of people think Sony was just going to walk it. But to be honest, that wasn't the case. In all honesty, I thought, Nintendo was the better show because it brought in a lot of games that they bring out for their console. But the funny thing was there was no Mario games, and everyone was happy about this. So this indicates to me that people are pretty much getting sick of Mario, and they wanted to see new games. And boy, did they get it. I mean, Star Fox, Kirby, Zelda, Smash Bros, and Mario Kart. Okay, that's a Mario game in technical terms because of the name, but not generally Mario. And a lot of people were happy as hell. I mean, they were jumping for joy for that. So in that case, Nintendo was the biggest winners. The biggest losers was Sony, because Sony's revealment and what they're doing for the year was pretty crap. I mean, you had a full hour talking about television, and that was Xbox's mistake. And I'm thinking to myself, why the hell are you copying Xbox's mistake? It was unbelievable. And then you had Xbox. We all know Xbox had to come out guns blazing, pump their muscle, and by God, they did pump their muscle. They showed a lot of games that were coming out for the console, and a lot of games that were coming up, and they didn't disappoint. But the biggest development loser I thought in the whole night was BioWare. Oh my God, poor BioWare. How bad did it get for BioWare? Let's put it this way. When Dragon Age Inquisition came out, its trailer, a lot of people were saying, we don't care for that. We want mass. And it showed a small trailer mass, which was them talking and 2 screenshots. And they were booed out the hall. It was even regarded by many people the worst showing ever. So for poor BioWare, they had to really amp up with Dragon Age. Now, Dragon Age, I'm going to be honest, it sounds like it's a decent game. I haven't played it yet. I have seen it, but I haven't played it yet. So when I do get a chance to play it, I'll take a look at it. But as far as people wanted most was mass, and nobody got mass, and everybody was a bit pissed. So unfortunately for BioWare, it has not been a good E3 for them. It's been a bit of a bad one. And also with the reveal of Mortal Kombat, which I was absolutely psyched because now I can get a chance to play it, and also the Halo Master Chief Collection. That was the biggest news of the night, and I was kind of looking forward to it. So it was quite a good E3, but as far as time progresses in the year, I realized, oh boy, some things didn't go right. then we had the summer months. Now, to be honest, the summer months have been mostly about, Gamergate, the whole feminazi thing, which is still reaching today, and all the other media bullshit about gaming was going on. But the one good thing that came out of it was that we find now proven our innocence when it comes to video game violence. Since, the study in Glasgow has now admitted after a 10-year study, they've said, and I quote, video games do not induce violence. Instead, it is the person and their living situations that's the cause of it, not the games. Finally, we have now medical proof. It's now in the British Medical Journal, and it's been proven in other universities around the world. So these politicians, here's a message from you for me. Stop lambasting us. We've got medical proof now. Find something else to bug, not us. Go bug the tobacco company or something, or the sports world. Not us. Leave us alone, for God's sake. And then we have the September to December months. Now, the reason I'm branching them together is because it's the whole, months when the rush of games come in. And to be honest, let's start with Destiny. It was the biggest hype game of the year. Everybody was looking forward. And when it came out, I'll be honest, folks, I quite enjoyed the game, but it was bare bones and everything. Like, the campaign was a bit short. The multiplayer was decent, but it only had a few maps. And I figured, the whole premises of, the bounties and the grind was a bit tedious at times, but it was worth the reward. But the loot system itself was god awful. I mean, it was really awful. I saw people were getting great stuff for doing shit all, and yet I was doing all the donkey work and getting nothing for it. And this is a common theme I've seen with most games. They've either, underdeveloped them or underperformed or not fully finished. And I think Destiny falls in the not finished category because there's a lot of things they could do. But that's enough about Destiny for now. Like I said, Destiny as well, I've enjoyed it. I've loved it. Then we have, the month of October, where it was just mostly horror games. And one game that has had a very massive impact over the year is Five Nights at Freddy. Now, you would think a game that was worth only £4 would be crap, but in fact, it's been one of the most popular games of the year. It's unbelievable, but it's true. It's been the most popular game of the year. And then we have the big debacle with Master Chief Collection and Assassin's Creed Unity. Now, these two games, oh boy, what a mess they are. Let's start with Halo. Now, the Halo Master Chief, I gotta admit, the campaign side was freaking superb. The way they redid 2 was brilliant. The whole thing was executed properly, but the multiplayer side was broken as hell, and even them themselves admitted, yeah, we mucked up, and we've tried to fix it, and it is bearable, but at least their apology is worth it. I mean, let's think about this for a second, right? They might not have done it, but they've actually did. This is their apology, right? If you've played the game since its first launch till December the 19th, you will get a once-month free Xbox subscription on Gold, which is good, and you would get a copy of Halo ODST campaign in 60 frames and 1080p. Now that is an apology, better than what Ubisoft is, which I'll get to in a minute, and also you get the relic map. So I thought this is a proper apology. I accept it, and I'm hoping for this to, do well, and I want to play it. I'm itching to play it. And then we have Ubisoft's Assassin's Creed. Jesus Christ, that thing is a mess. I mean, with Ubisoft's, backstory about how the developers are quitting en masse and how their living conditions are bad. And then we have, the whole frame issue with Assassin's Creed, it's game-breaking bugs, how bad it is. And their apology, to me, is a shitty one. This is their apology. If you've bought the DLC, you will get a free game of your choice, one of being Far Cry 4, which is a cool deal. But then you've also got the ones who didn't buy the pass, you'll just get the DLC, but you won't get the free game. So that's kind of a bullshit move, I thought. You should give it to all forms. But that's what they said. And to be honest, folks, this is a weak apology. Why do I say that? Because think about it for a second, guys. You're really not getting a free game. You've actually just paid for it. So they just skimmed you off more money and they can get more for the other game. But this has been a common theme with most games that have either been underperforming, underfinished, or badly made, or shoehorned in for the Christmas, which is pretty bad if you ask me. So overall, the year for me has been a bit of more about broken promises, unfinished games, and developers causing utter trouble and really disgracing themselves in the process. But overall, there have been a few gems out there, so it does kind of balance it out. But it still shows that we're getting a bit, tired of all this crap. And also about some of the bonehead decisions of some developers as well, which I will go into in my, What's Wrong with Capcom video, which addresses some of these issues. But overall, that's all pretty much the end of this year. Now, as for next year, there are plenty of games that I'm looking forward to, like, Blood Bowl, Mortal Kombat, Halo 5, and Batman Arkham Knight. But that's it for this year, and now let's hope for a new year. And this is Black Timer signing off. Have a happy new year, and I'll see you all at 2015. Bye!